Hey, Regina. No matter how I think about it, there's something that doesn't add up. Margaret, what's wrong? I mean, how come you guys can live on the 45th floor of a condo? Yes? Because Nathan is an elite. You can live in such a wonderful condo, right? Huh? And yet you're a cosmetic saleswoman who doesn't make much money. To be a suitable wife for Nathan, you should at least do something useful for the family. What do you mean by useful to the family? Take care of me, your mother-in-law. Give me a large allowance, or do housework for me. That's not so much helping the family as it is helping you, isn't it? Huh? I am Nathan's mother. Serving your husband's mother means being useful to the family. What a convenient way of thinking. In the first place, you forcefully pushed for us to live together just because you were lonely after your husband passed away. I did not force you. When we began living together, you promised that since I was working, you would take care of the housework. That was the deal when we started living together in the condo unit, remember? Huh? Did I promise that? You order me to cook dinner, but then you tell me not to stand in the kitchen. You throw away my work clothes without permission. You talk shit about me to people you know in the building. You invite a lot of your friends over for a party without my permission. I can only think that you're bullying me. Whatever the situation is, you are my son's wife. It's only natural for you to follow my orders, isn't it? You're going to cook dinner today, aren't you? For you to be able to live in a luxurious 45th floor condo unit, you have to work hard for the privilege. Huh? Margaret, didn't you know? What? Nathan went on a business trip for 2 nights and 3 days starting today. Really? We were talking about it last night. I've prepared dinner for you. Please take it out of the fridge and heat it up. I'll be home as soon as I can. Oh, really? If that's the case, you don't have to hurry home. Huh? You must be busy with your work. Don't worry about me. Just stay at work until you're done. It's odd how you change the subject so quickly. Oh, it's nothing. Margaret, what on earth are you doing? What do you mean? What are you trying to do by kicking me out? That's my home. There's no way you're kicking me out. A wife like you deserves to be kicked out. What? I told you earlier, thanks to Nathan, we can have this luxury. You keep defying me. And on top of that, you even came up with conditions for living together. You're in the wrong. No, that's not right. The condo unit is my home. There's no way I'm being kicked out. What are you talking about? This is Nathan's house. I am Nathan's mother, and I have the right to decide whether you can live here or not. I don't understand. You always act like you're doing me a favor by letting me live with you, and you act all high and mighty. Why can't you look up to me? I can't stand it when you look down on me. No, I never looked down on you. Shut up. You talk over me. You're not very nice to me. I don't want to see your face. Get your hateful face out of this house. Margaret, how dare you speak out of turn? What would Nathan think if he heard that? Seeing you like that would definitely make Nathan sad, wouldn't it? Shut up. Why are you always looking down on me? I am Nathan's mother. Of course he cares about me the most. He feels sorry for me because you look down on me and make fun of me. I don't think I'm making fun of you. I'm sure Nathan will wonder why I'm not there anymore. It won't matter. What? I'll handle things from now on. Once you're gone, I can live happily alone with Nathan. Oh, it's like a dream that this day has come. Margaret, what are you going to do with my stuff? I've left everything at home. You're nitpicking about every little thing. Why don't you just hire someone to move your stuff? I won't allow you to come in and out of here from now on. I see. I understand. If you ever come in or out of this condo unit, I won't hesitate to call the police. Okay. Nathan, how's work? Hi, Regina. It's going very well. Everything went without a hitch. That's good to hear. So, what's going on? Well, I'm sorry to bother you while you're on a business trip, but your mother just kicked me out of the condo unit. You're not here today, so I decided to work overtime. When I got back, your mother kicked me out right at the entrance. Where's your key? I couldn't find it in the pocket of my bag where I always keep it in, no matter how hard I looked. I never take it out anywhere else, so it was probably stolen by your mother? Huh. My mother is so stubborn and selfish, it's really troublesome dealing with her. I happened to chat with one of the residents of the condo the other day, and I asked him. About what? Why your mother moved into the condo. What? Wasn't it because she was lonely? Yeah, maybe that was part of it. I heard that your mother has a good friend from high school who lives in a condo. I think you mean Karen. She's living very happily with her daughter and her husband on the top floor of a condo. When Margaret saw them, she felt very envious. She said she had an ambition to live in a condo too. The resident said to her, "It's great that your son and his wife are living in a condo." It's very typical of my mother, but it's just so appalling. The woman who lives in the condo, her name is Karen. Her husband died of an illness when her daughter was young, and she has been a single mother. I could tell she's been working really hard, but my mom was bragging about how she sees herself as superior. Wow. I know. And then her daughter grew up and got married to the president of the company. She was worried about her mother who was left alone, so she asked her to move in with her. What a kind daughter. This is a very heartwarming story. The daughter and her husband bought a condo unit, and on the top floor. That's right. I can relate to Karen's story. It's going to be a real problem if your mother took over a condo unit. You're right. Maybe if I call the management company, they can do something about it. Besides, I'll have the keys when I get back. That's true, but I can't help but feel she's a bit too much. I'm thinking about doing what we've been talking about for a while. I'll leave it up to you. Thanks. I've been preparing, so I don't think it would take that long. All right. Let's do it. What are you going to do for the rest of the day? I'm going to go back near my office and stay at a business hotel. It's a good place. Okay, do that. Call me as soon as you hear anything unusual. Finally, I got rid of the stuff that was in the way. I just had someone come and move your stuff out. Well, I think we had most of what we needed together. It shouldn't have taken that long. Well, professionals work fast, as expected. Now I can finally live alone with Nathan. After several years of hard work, I'm glad I worked so hard on this. I don't understand. I went through a lot of hardship after my husband passed away. I thought about it a lot. But hey, I'm a genius, so naturally, a bright future is waiting for me. I guess I'm homeless now. What? You might want to reconsider what you just said. Regina, I have a question for you. Yes? I took a closer look and Nathan's stuff is gone too. What the hell does this mean? Oh, We've decided to rent out that 45th floor condo unit. We'll have all your stuff moved out too. Huh? Are you out of your mind? What are you doing? I told you that Nathan and I will live in this condo unit, didn't I? That's awkward. I'm the owner of that condo unit. What? Why? Gosh, didn't you even bother to listen to such an important conversation? What? When we met each other before the wedding and even afterwards, even though I've mentioned it on several occasions, you haven't listened even once. Huh? The unit was purchased by my father, and I inherited it before he passed away. My father must have known about his illness. Really? I, the owner of the condo unit, can no longer live there, so I've decided to rent it out. That way, I'll get some rental income. How could a father from a poor family like yours own a condo unit? My parents are not poor. My father was a business owner. He was passionate about developing cosmetics that would please women. Thanks to him, we have grown into a well-known cosmetics company and we're busy every day. Huh? Then the cosmetics store you work at? Yes, that's my father's company. Officially, I'm not a salesperson. I am involved in the development of the products. Now, I often delegate work to my staff. What? What do you mean, delegate? I have taken over from my father, and I have Nathan working as a sales manager. Nathan? Isn't Nathan an elite businessman? He's the elite of the elite. He's by far the top salesman in our company. My mother and I trust him very much. He went on this business trip on my behalf. I had a meeting I couldn't miss. You can't be serious. I can't believe you are the president of this company. I'm not lying. To be honest, it was hard for me to take care of you while being the president of the company. That's why I think I was lucky that you kicked me out. That's what I'm saying, so please pack up your stuff and get out of there as soon as possible. Wait a minute. Then where am I supposed to go? All you have to do is go back to your house. You have a fine house your husband left you, don't you? It's... What? That house has been sold. Huh? When did you do such a selfish thing? Moving here has really expanded my horizons. And now, I got into horse racing. At first, it was just a whim, but then it became serious. Is that why you sold your house? Because I had no choice. I kept missing so many races that I ran out of money to buy tickets. But it was my only pleasure. Regina, you know what I mean? I don't understand. You asked to move in with us because you were lonely since your husband passed away. I lost my father-in-law too, so I understand how lonely you felt. That's why I talked it over with Nathan so many times. I said you could live with us if you helped me with the housework. And yet, I never dreamed that I would be kicked out like that. I was reckless. I didn't mean it. I just wanted to punish you a little to make you realize that you are my daughter-in-law. Why should I be punished for living with you in a condo unit in my name? Please stop screwing around. Anyway, I've already completed the leasing procedures for the unit, so please get out of here as soon as possible. Hey, wait a minute, Regina! Nathan, listen. Regina is trying to kick me out. Please do something about it. If they kick me out, I'll have nowhere to go. Mom, are you stupid? You betrayed Regina, who welcomed you with kindness and concern. What do you mean by kicking Regina out in the first place? Regina doesn't listen to me at all. I thought I'd teach her a little lesson. You're in the wrong. We listen to your wishes. You're supposed to live up to your promise. Even my late father had a hard time with your selfishness. But I never thought it would go this far. At this rate, my late father won't be able to rest in peace. Don't worry about your father. Do something about me. I have nowhere to go now that I've been kicked out of here. I think you got what you deserved. What? I heard you sold your house. How did you know? Regina called me on the phone. How could you sell that house that my father cherished so much without asking me? It was filled with my memories too. It doesn't matter. I had to sell it. For a horse race? You're saying you sold the house to satisfy your own need for entertainment? That doesn't make sense. Nathan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I sold it without your permission. So please convince Regina to let me live here. That's impossible. We've already rented it out. Nathan, you are my son, right? Your mother is in trouble, so help her. Huh? How can you say such a thing after you kicked out my precious wife? I'm fed up with you. I don't believe a word you say anymore. I'm cutting you off once and for all. Don't ever hang around us again. Nathan, what are you talking about? Regina, please pick up the phone. What is it? Oh, Regina, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything that has happened. I'll apologize as many times as I have to. Please forgive me. I can't help you even if you apologize now. Why? You tried to take over the condo unit, which was from my father. I can't forgive you. Please stop contacting me. Regina, Nathan's abandoned me too. I can't rely on anyone at this point. I'll be alone. So please help me. I'm your mother-in-law. I'm not joking. What? You said so yourself. You said that Nathan cut you off. That means I'm no longer related to you. I don't need to help you, do I? Don't say that. I have nowhere to live, no money. How am I supposed to live? I don't know. You are so bold. What do you mean? You are the one who tried to take over my condo unit. How do you expect me to help you? I apologized for that. I'm sorry. Can you help the elderly? I'm afraid I must decline. Oh no! You verbally abused me so many times in the past. Frankly, I can't take it anymore. I'm sorry, but please go your own way and reflect on what you have done. Don't be so cold. Don't shun me. Please, Regina. Please don't contact me or Nathan again. If you ever contact me or show yourself to me, I'll get a lawyer and have you legally sanctioned. Oh no! What will happen to me now? After that, Margaret tried to stay in the condo unit, but was forced to leave by the security guard. With nowhere to live and no savings, she was forced to live on the streets. She sleeps in the park and manages to get food with what little money she has left and by picking up trash. People cursed her, and when she couldn't stand it any longer, she disappeared without a trace. No one knows how she has been living since then. We bought a new condo unit with a rental income. I am happy enough just to be able to spend time with Nathan alone. Nathan had a tendency to sink for a while after his mother disappeared. But now that he has launched a new project, his expression is more positive, and he is tackling his work with a positive attitude. From now on, we will work together to protect my father's company.
Olivia, you're staying home and being lazy, aren't you? I know you're pretending to be busy. I know you're not busy, so reply to me now. Don't assume that, Linda. How many times have I told you? I'm not being lazy. I work from home every day. There you go, just making excuses. I told you I'm tired of hearing that lie. I'm watching you. Whenever I go to your house, you're always relaxing on the couch, drinking tea and not working. I wonder if you can call that work. No, not like that. You just come over here at the same hour every time. I have the same routine every day. I'm taking a short break when you come. You just come during my break, so why don't you come at a different hour? How dare you talk to me like that? It's so rude of you. I'm busy, but I'm visiting you. Normally, you, the wife, should come to my house every day. Oh, I see. Every day? Do we have something to talk about every day? I'm busy too. Wow, is that how you speak to your mother-in-law? Don't tell me like you don't care. You are not a good wife. That's why you got divorced. What? Divorce? What are you talking about? Are you talking about us? Haha, don't ask stupid questions. Who else is there? He said it was terrible to have a wife who can't support him. I really feel sorry for my son. Ed calls me every day to complain about you. You didn't know that? I can't believe you're stressing out your husband. What do you do every day? You're such a bad wife that you can't even keep track of what your husband is doing. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I mean, I'm asking you what you mean by divorce. I haven't heard anything from him. Oh, really? Is that so? Well, maybe he doesn't want to hear your complaints, so he can't tell you anything. You're divorced. You guys are divorced. Are you surprised? Huh? What? What do you mean, are you surprised? You're kidding, right? You can't do that on your own, can you? You got divorced. It's like a stain in your life. Do you think I'm joking? I thought you must be panicked by getting divorced. So I was going to go see your face, but I'm worried that you might get desperate and hurt me, LOL. I thought I'd just check on you through text. You know, I'd love to hear what you think. I know I'm a stranger now, but well, I'd love to see where the no-good wife is down and out. Send me a picture. Huh? What are you saying? I'm not down and out. I mean, I don't understand this situation at all. Ed's staying at my place for a few days from today. You shall pack your stuff and leave today, okay? I'm not packing my things. The one who should be packing is Ed. What are you talking about? You're so brazen. You're not going to leave? If Ed lives there, shouldn't you be the one to leave? It's no use resisting. Linda, do you remember that this apartment is under my name since I bought it when I was single? Huh? Really? When you were single? Yes. So if it's true that we're divorced, then Ed is the one who's leaving, now that he's a stranger. Huh? Are you kidding me? He lied? He said he bought the apartment with his own money. I heard that it was under his name. Haha, he wanted to show off. No, it's under my name. I mean, I don't understand why we are divorced. How do you know we are divorced? Hey, I mean, it's obvious. Because I did it. It's not like I knew or didn't know. I'm the one who made you guys divorced. What? For what? Why? That's not okay. So you wrote the divorce papers on your own? That's not acceptable. Hey, that would be a crime. Who do you think I am? I'm not that stupid. Then how could it be accepted? You guys wrote it right after you got married, right? Is it some kind of stupid promise that you wouldn't cheat on each other? You even signed your names so that if you cheated on each other, you could file for divorce right away. Ed gave your response to me. That's why it's your handwriting. Oh, you're right. I remember. So you're saying that you filed it? You know I didn't write that because I really wanted to divorce, right? I don't know anything about your feelings. It was your fault for signing the paper. I just filed it on your behalf. Ed's kind of wishy-washy, sensitive and kind, so he was probably too scared to tell you. I thought you guys had talked it over and decided, but you must have been a very scary wife. I thought you both asked me to file the papers. If you thought so, why didn't you check with me? Why would you do such an important thing so carelessly? Why would I? There's no need. Ed said it. Of course I believe him. Why would I doubt him? Doubt my own son and check it with his wife? No way! But getting divorced isn't that easy. And filing it without permission? That's too insane. Shut up! Why do I have to be blamed so much? Think about it. You should rather thank me. What would have happened if I hadn't told you about the divorce? You're all alone in your misunderstanding. You didn't even know that you were divorced. Would you have preferred that? That's true, but you still did it without my permission. Well, as a parent, I agreed to the divorce and I'm happy if Ed is happy. Listening to you, I felt sorry for him. Even if you stayed with him like this, you would still make him suffer, so let him go free. He would feel comfortable if you let him go. He doesn't want a wife like you. Why would I make him suffer? What do you mean by letting him go free? I'm not restraining him in any way. What is he saying about me? Was he really complaining about me? Until this morning, everything was the same. He was smiling, and we didn't have a fight. I couldn't think of any cause or reason for wanting him to get divorced. It's a serious matter that you are not aware of it. First of all, he said he cannot accept you for using his money. You say you work, but in reality, he says you don't work at all and he supports you. You don't clean the house or do the laundry, right? You would only go shopping. I heard that you don't even cook a decent meal. All you do is get delivery. What? You don't work, you don't do housework. When I tried to warn you about your lazy lifestyle, you'd get upset. He said he was exhausted both mentally and physically, and he was in tears because he wanted to at least eat homemade food. He cannot stay with you any longer. Huh? I understand you would be speechless, but this is the truth. That's why Ed wanted to divorce you. He's really sweet. He says he won't even ask for property division because he knows it will be hard for you to make a living. Isn't this a good deal for you two? Be grateful. What you just said? I have no idea. Did Ed really say all of that? What? Are you still lying? But at least it's true that you're unemployed, right? You're always at home, relaxing. I saw it with my own eyes too. Stop fooling around. How many times do I have to tell you that I was having a break? Well, I give up. Whatever. Whether it's a lie or the truth, as long as he says he wants to get divorced, we can't go back. Understood? Wouldn't it be better for you guys to get divorced and go separate ways? Either one of you has lost interest. It's over anyway. Stop holding on to him. I'm not holding on or whatever because this happened so suddenly. Very unrealistic. Oh, by the way, Ed said this too. He said he doesn't want a wife who can't respect her husband. I hear you're a lot aggressive than you look. You're not cute. I heard you were not only a toxic wife inside the house but also outside. You should understand his position. Huh? Did he really say that? Are you trying to say I'm lying? I don't have time to think about making up such details. I've been asking you for this kind of thing for a long time. Do you know how I felt? I was so worried about him. It was making my head hurt. As your mother-in-law, I have so many things I want to say to you too. I have been patient. None of your stories have ever been familiar to me. If you are not lying, then Ed... Shut up! It's not convenient for you, so you're blaming someone else? Are you trying to say that Ed is lying? Then let me ask you, why should he lie this much? If you guys love each other, there's no need to complain, right? I don't understand. And if I did, I wouldn't be struggling. Right? You lived selfishly as much as you wanted without realizing it. And you made him suffer. That's the fact. He doesn't have time for all these lies. So stop complaining and get your stuff together. Linda, don't forget, this apartment is mine. So I'll send his stuff there for now. There's not much though. Wait! I'll check about it with him again. Don't touch any of his stuff. Even if you say everything is not true, there's a possibility that you're lying. I don't trust anything that a toxic wife says. Do what you want. I'm tired. I'm sure when you were single, you were working too. Did you really get paid enough to buy that apartment? That place can't be cheap. I can't even believe that. There's no way you could afford it. I guess you're the one who's lying, aren't you? Are you trying to take advantage of his kindness? That's enough. If you don't trust me, go to court or whatever. I have nothing to hide. I'll never leave this place, so I'll send this stuff over there because I don't want to wait for you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. Wait! Hey! Aren't you being too pushy? Finally, the true nature of the devil has come out? We should make it clear which is the truth. Don't send me his stuff without permission. Hey! Are you listening to me? Olivia, How are you? Are you busy? Do you remember me? I'm Ed's mother. I was worried about you. I wondered how you were doing. It's been a while. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Can I help you? I'm sorry to rush in when you're busy. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. Yes? I heard about you. Is it true that you started running a business? Huh? You're asking me that now? Yes. So? What about it? You weren't interested in me, were you? I was just wondering how your business is going. What is it suddenly? You didn't believe me at all. Think about it. People don't ask about that to strangers so easily. What are you trying to do? Are you up to something again? Don't be that harsh. I'm not planning anything. I'm sorry for asking such a strange question. Actually, Ed came to live with me after the divorce, but he's been acting strange. He's more stingy with money than ever. You mean he doesn't pay much? Well, yes, in a bad way. He used to take me out to a fancy restaurant once a week or buy me expensive luxury brand gifts. Oh, that's what he has been doing. So? Yeah, he's surprisingly conscientious, isn't he? I thought he was a good son, but as soon as he moved in with me, he stopped giving me money to live on. And of course, no more dinner surprise. So I asked him about it, and he said he didn't have any money. But you guys didn't divide the property, right? How can he not have any money? Right. There's no child support either. All of his income belongs to Ed. So I thought it was strange, so I questioned him. And then he reluctantly said I was able to spend freely because I was using Olivia's credit card. Oh, so that's what happened. He told you from his mouth. He spit it out sooner than I thought. Yes, that's the truth. He was spending a lot of money on my credit card. I warned him, but he wouldn't stop, so I almost gave up. What do you mean? I don't understand. You don't work. You were always at home, and you were living on Ed's earnings, right? You're persistent. I denied it over and over again. I told you before, I work from home. I also run a company, but I keep myself busy by doing other things too. Lies! Then how much is your annual income? Ed makes about $4,000, right? I make about 30 times that. What? Well, if his wife earns that much, he must want to spend a lot. But he can't do that anymore. I know it's hard to lower the standard of living, but it has nothing to do with me. Good luck. It's none of my business anymore. Wait a minute! Why didn't you tell me first? What are you talking about? Does it have anything to do with money? I don't like to show off. If you had explained in detail from the beginning, I would have understood. I misunderstood that you don't work. Oh, really? I've told you many times that I work in my own way, though, haven't I? I'm sorry about that, but it doesn't matter now, does it? That's all right. It's easy. Get back together. Get back together? Get back together with Ed. Just do it. I mean, you want it to happen, right? You've only been married for a year. You guys can get married again, and everything will be like it used to be. I can help you with that. What? Wow. Getting back together. That won't happen. I finally got my life back and enjoying it. And I don't want things to go back to the way they were. Why not? You guys loved each other once, right? It'll all be back to normal soon. I'm horrified just to hear you say that. It's a nightmare. I have no intention of getting back together with a liar like Ed. I'm even glad I divorced him. Don't say like that. It's possible, isn't it? Marriage is a constant effort, right? Don't give up. There's zero possibility, and we're already divorced. There's no need to even try. And let me tell you something. I refuse to marry back into a place where the mother-in-law is demanding money. I'm not talking about money. Oh, then, did I give you the wrong idea? Of course, I'll make Ed admit that what he's been saying is a lie. I just want to support him because he wants to get back with you too. This is true, from the bottom of my heart. I can't. Please give up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business meeting now. Hey, wait! Hello? I just heard that Ed is in front of your office. Can you come out for a minute? He's so passionate. I thought so. Not passionate. He's pathologically persistent. I noticed I was getting a lot of calls from that liar. I just called the security, so please wait. What? The security? Yes, he's obviously suspicious. We don't want any trouble. Hey! Don't do that. It will be a big problem. He's your husband. Take good care of him. You're always so opportunistic, aren't you? Don't make me laugh. In the first place, that idiot man standing in front of my company is a husband of another woman, right? Huh? After that, something didn't make sense, so I had my secretary look into it. He remarried right after we got divorced, in a hurry, spending all my money and having an affair. That's why you guys complained about me a lot. But he didn't ask me to divide the property. Of course, he didn't want me to know about it. No! They just happened to get married soon, but they're already planning to get divorced. He has realized you're the only one he loves. Huh? She's the worst wife of all, that lady. She doesn't work. She doesn't do housework. She just looks at her face in the mirror every day and smells like perfume. Of course, she doesn't work from home like you do. I'm sure this time because I live with her. She's the wife who doesn't do anything. I've been scolding her every day, trying to train her. Oh, I see. How long have you been living together? Since they got married. That means you made us divorce, allowed him to marry a woman he had just met, and then started living with her without a care in the world? Yes, that's right. I didn't do anything wrong. You wanted to know everything about me and was reluctant to let Ed marry me, but you allowed him to marry a woman you didn't know where she came from. People change, don't they? Oh, I wonder if you've become kind in your old age. You're so chatty, aren't you? Well, that's not the point. What about getting back together? Don't be cool and rely on the security guard. You two should talk it out. Getting remarried? I told you I have no intention of getting back together. Don't make me laugh. I don't want to get back with him. I don't even want to see his face. Do you understand? Please remember that. Don't ever come to my office or my house again. Don't you want to see his face again? Don't say that. I feel sorry for him. Feel sorry? It's none of my business anymore. Why don't you do something about it? I don't care what happens to him. I'm a stranger. Now, if you'll excuse me, please don't call me again to tell me this nonsense. Hey! Please call your parents. I think they've got it all wrong, and I don't understand why they have to act like that to me. Oh, right. They shut you out. My parents aren't so bad, huh? I'm sorry for you. I got a call from them, so you may leave. There's nothing to talk about. I want you to listen to me. It's very important. Today, I took Ed to your parents' house to tell them you're getting remarried and to apologize, of course. And then, they shut us out without saying a word. I was so surprised. I heard all about it. Well, it can't be helped. You deserve it. I mean, it's your fault for not discussing before you do anything. Besides, I got remarried in the first place. I wasn't going to tell you, but since you were so insistent, I have no choice. Huh? So please don't get all wrong and tell everyone that we're getting remarried without my permission, okay? It won't be accepted like the divorce. Oh, and don't come over to my house, okay? I'm not there. By the way, we're on our honeymoon right now. It's domestic, but we're enjoying ourselves at a very luxurious hotel. What do you mean? I got remarried 2 weeks ago. This is my destiny. I was enjoying myself with a lot of happiness, and suddenly I got a call from you. I'm letting all that stress go out here. How far are you really going to make me pissed off? That's not what I meant. Why did you remarry without asking me? I haven't heard about it. I told you. I wasn't going to tell you. Do I need someone else's permission? There's no need. And yet, you guys are liars and money mad. Liars? Money mad? I got a call from your husband. I really felt sorry for him from the bottom of my heart. He was on his business trip, so he could only hear this story from both of you too. He said he was sorry he couldn't be there for me. He also told me that he would take you far away so that you would never see me again. He was really the only decent person. That's why I feel sorry for him even more. What? It sounds like you will be forced to move to your husband's parents' house. LOL. I hear it's full of nature, so I hope it will cleanse your heart. I wish you and your stupid son good luck. Huh? To his parents' house? I heard you're going to live together with them. Linda, getting back to the position of a daughter-in-law? Good luck with that. According to him, it would be safer to have you watched by someone. Are you kidding me? I don't get along with his mother. No, absolutely not. With that personality of yours, I'm sure that's true. You can't get along with anyone, that's for sure. But that's none of my business. Well, good luck. I'm in trouble. Help! You're the only one who can help me. Hey, can you get divorced right away? I'll do anything. So come over here and let's live together, please. It'll be fun. I have no intention of doing that. But let me ask you this. What kind of advantage do I have when I remarry him? You can be with Ed. With the liar? Money mad man? No thanks, LOL. Isn't that a disadvantage? I'm not getting anything out of it. Plus, you have me. We know each other well. Ew, that's the worst thing. An old hag who loves to bully me and loves her son too much. When I think about it, there's not even a single advantage. Oh, I'm so glad I got divorced. Are you kidding me? I can't let this happen. You're the only one having trouble. You're acting so funny. None of my business. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I had the chance to talk to his new wife. She told me that he was cheating on me before we got divorced. She told me that she regrets marrying a scumbag and she was on my side. I heard the whole story. Huh? Instead of telling her to take the responsibility, I asked her for the proof of the liar having an affair. And you knew about it and hid it from me. Sound recordings, photos, message exchanges. I have all the evidence. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Since you guys are so persistent, the statute of limitations hasn't expired yet. So I'm going to file a claim for property division. Huh? I thought you can't do that. What are you saying? What are you talking about? Of course I can. I'm sure she's relieved that she provided me with the evidence. But I've got another piece of evidence, and I'm planning to file it to make her take the responsibility. Oh, what will happen when the lawyer contacts her? I can't wait to see her face get despaired. Oh no, you can't do that. Don't you feel guilty? There are things you are allowed to do and things you are not allowed to do as a human being, right? Huh? That's exactly what I'm going to tell you. That's the punishment for hurting people. You guys deserve it. Please don't contact me ever. Ed and his wife received the mail regarding the proof of affair, and the wife told me that I was a liar. I ignored her and won in a settlement. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I was able to get them to take full responsibility for the incident legally. I'm planning to go on a trip with my husband again by using that money. And now, the lying mother and son are working very hard every day at her husband's family home deep in the mountains in the countryside. They are working day and night to help their parents farm. It makes me laugh at the thought of Linda working on a farm. It seems that her husband has threatened to divorce her if she runs away, leaving her with no choice but to continue working. I guess she'll have to keep working for the rest of her life. Hey Caroline, are you free right now? I hope you've thought about moving in together. We've talked about it so many times. We haven't talked about it at all since then. I'm still doing okay, but it's been 3 years since my husband passed away. I'm not young anymore. I think it's a good idea for us to start living together sooner rather than later. Good evening, Fiona. Ah, that? Let me be honest with you, since you don't seem to understand in a roundabout way. We can't have another person live here with us at this moment. Huh? What do you think you're saying that based on? You are currently unemployed, right? Daniel told me that you recently quit your part-time job. If you really want to live with us, you have to work. Huh? Instead of taking care of an old lady, you want me to work? Why should I work if I'm going to live with my son and his wife? How dare you talk to me like that? I mean, you're being supported by him, and who do you think you are? But I'm working too. Huh? Working? Don't make me laugh. A shifty part-timer doesn't have a right to speak like that. No, I work full-time. Don't get me wrong. I quit my job in preparation for moving in with you guys. What? It's hard for me to commute. It takes me an hour to get to my workplace from your house. In that case, I have no choice but to quit. Your job was cashier, right? Then why don't you find one nearby before you move in? You're so picky. All about money. Forget it. I've decided to move in with you. And you know, I don't like small houses and I can't live with 3 people in a 1DK apartment. Buy a house or an apartment right away. At least sign a lease for a bigger apartment and move out as soon as possible. No. What is impossible is impossible. Please do not decide on your own. The size should be at least 3 LDK. Please don't behave recklessly. I didn't agree to live with you. I didn't ask for your opinion. This is a mother-in-law's decision. I'll talk to Daniel since he's the head of the family and we'll decide as we go along. So you should start packing your things too. That's terrible. That's too selfish. Fiona, what did you do? You sent a resignation letter to my workplace without my permission? Yes, I did. It was for your own good. I'm glad they received it. You're glad? So it was you after all. Why would you do that? Why are you harassing me like that? If you quit the company, you wouldn't know what to do. Now you'll have to move in with me. Fiona, you were close. That resignation letter is invalid. Huh? Of course. It wasn't written by me. Besides, I'm a competent person at my company. Do you know what will happen if I quit? You don't have to get so hyper. You just need to concentrate on moving out and getting ready to move in with me, and then find another job when you move back in. It may be difficult to find a full-time job, but there are plenty of part-time jobs out there. I can't be that patient. A part-time? Do you think we have enough savings? Huh? I've had many discussions with Daniel, but he doesn't even think about earning more. I want him to think more about the future and work more diligently, and yet... Can you tell him about it? If you want to live together, that's the first step. Caroline, do you even know what you're saying? You spend that much money? Excuse me? How can you say that his income is not enough? How can you live like that? Do you know how much his income is? Of course! I am his mother. Of course I know. I heard it directly from him. Do you really think, with that amount of money, that we can both live a normal life without any jobs? Yes! Why do you ask? If you don't spend much money outside, we will have more than enough. Actually, more. I'm not spending a lot. I'm saving it. Oh my! How extravagant you are. I can't believe you need to save money with his income. Excuse me, Fiona. I feel we are not on the same page. Are you okay? Do you really know how much he earns? You're persistent. I told you I heard from him. Is your sense of finances okay? How have you been living until now? That's rude. Same to you. I'm a normal person. I can say that saving money is my hobby. I thought it's you who have a different sense. Oh my God, that's stubbornness and boldness. We can't communicate. I'll talk it over with Daniel. Oh, by the way, he has been staying at your house, right? Yes, I'm keeping him around. It would be better if he stayed here so that I can talk to him. He doesn't respond to any texts or calls from me. Why is that? I don't want him to get on your bad side. I don't want you to interfere with our plans to move in together. Hey, please don't proceed with the conversation on your own. If I respect your opinion, which you are against, we will not be able to move on at all. I'll tell you when everything is finalized regarding moving in together. I can't take that in. I am his wife. That attitude is only for now. Once we start living together, I will put a lot of effort into training you, so be prepared. Hey sis, long time no see. Can I talk to you? I'm in a bit of trouble. Hey Keith, long time no see. What's up? I'm on my way home from a business trip. Oh really? Finally? Congratulations. Well, my house was stolen. I mean, it's like, I know it's kind of weird. Huh? What are you talking about? There's no way that could happen. It's been a while since I went home, so I thought I'd use this weekend to do some maintenance on my house over here. But it seems like someone is living in there. I went there at night and the lights were on. What? We have to call the police about that. Of course, I was in a hurry and thought about doing that too. But when I asked the neighbors first, they told me that someone moved in a week ago. I don't want to tell you this, but I heard your husband and his mother's name.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know. I thought it would be a good idea to check with you before I call the police since you have the key to my house, so I texted you. Do you have any idea?
Hold on a second. I want to check on something. Sorry, I think they've done it. It's my fault.
What happened?
I put the key in the safe so that I don't lose, but it's missing. Only Daniel and I know the password to that safe, so maybe he took it.
Why in the world would they do that?
Actually, his mother was pushing me to move in with her, but I told her that in order to live with us, she would have to work too. She told me that she had already quit her part-time job, and I didn't have to work if I'm going to live with her.
Well, you can't live like that. You work full-time, so you guys are able to make the living, right? She doesn't have a job and wants to live with you?
I've tried to explain it to her, but it seemed like we were not on the same page. Daniel is at her house and ignoring my calls. I've been having a hard time communicating with them, and it has led to this mess.
I see. They have done it in a very sneaky way. So, they decide everything without talking to you and making you trouble since you don't listen to them. I don't know why, but I'm guessing that they decided to use my house to live. That's a pretty bold move. Perhaps they took the advantage of the fact that the house owner, which is me, is away on a 3-year business trip at the local branch office, huh? Well, that sounds smart but brazen.
Maybe that's what they are planning. Sorry, Keith. I'll do something about it. I never thought they would steal the house you bought.
It's not your fault, sis. So, let me think what I can do. Of course, I'll help you.
Where are you now?
At my friend's place. I've got a place where I can settle down, so I'm fine. You just take care of yourself.
Okay, thanks. I can't forgive them. I'll call his mother. Depending on what they say, I'm prepared for the worst case. Fiona, how are you? It seems that you moved out without telling me, but where on earth did you move to? Oh, Caroline, I was just about to call you. I wouldn't do something so mean. Am I correct in assuming that Daniel is with you at your new place? Yes, of course. My son is with me. I didn't tell you because you are so insane and stubborn that I decided to give you a punishment before we move in together. Why would you do that? I don't remember doing anything to be punished. You are still saying that? I feel sorry for Daniel who has a wife like this. If you continue to be so selfish, we will have to consider divorce. What have I done? I don't remember doing anything to lead to divorce. That's enough. You're being supported by him. God, you're wrong. You think I'm the one being supported by him? That's right. We don't need a wife who doesn't treat her husband well, who makes $7,000 a month. $7,000? Did he really say $7,000? If you don't want to get divorced, apologize and agree to live with me. I'll forgive you if you apologize properly. Of course, I'll tell you where to move in after that. If you get down on your knees and beg me to move in with you, I'll tell you where to live. LOL. Demanding me to get down on my knees through a text? You want me to send you a picture of me on my knees? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's nice. I decline. Huh? There's no reason for me to do that. I don't have to apologize, and why should I? Caroline, all you do is talk back at me like that. You really are stubborn. Is it okay if Daniel divorces you? Yes, I'm so tired of it, so it's fine. Maybe it's better that way. Huh? Because think about it. I can divorce a husband with $700 income every month. What $700? Yes, his monthly income is $700. Did you know? It's just a part-time job. Don't make bad jokes. What the hell are you saying? Daniel is a high-class employee. His monthly salary is $7,000. You don't understand. Who told you $7,000? I told you many times. I asked Daniel.
When I asked him about his monthly income, he used his fingers to say 7. With his fingers, wow. So he didn't verbally say 7,000? What? Surely he would be embarrassed to say 700. It's also your problem to assume it's 7,000 instead of thinking it as 700. Unfortunately, it is true that his income is $700. And yet, you've caused such trouble and people involved who have nothing to do with it. I don't want a husband like that anymore. Oh, fine. Same to you. I don't need a lying wife either. Well then, divorcing would be fine, right? I mean, I'm divorcing him. Then I'll be relieved. Yeah, sore loser. Well then, Daniel and I will live happily together in this 4DK house that he bought for me. Sorry, no. That house will be returned to its real owner. What? Return it? The real owner? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean. Caroline, what the hell is this? It's you, isn't it? Your brother came to me and asked me to leave this house. You siblings are just like each other. What's going on? Oh, he already came? What the hell? What do you mean he already came? Give me a break. That house was purchased by my brother. Huh? My brother Keith had a dream of having his own house from an early age. In order to buy a house, he worked hard at part-time jobs since he was a student, and after 8 years of working, he got his own house at the age of 26, even though he is single. You and Daniel moved into that precious house. What are you talking about? When his house was built, he couldn't live there yet because he was transferred to a local branch office for a limited period of 3 years. While he was away, I kept the spare key since I live in the next town. But it seems that Daniel took that spare key without permission and in a secret. What? I don't know what you heard from him, but it must have been very frustrating for my brother, who is the real owner of the house. It's a brand new house. When he came home for maintenance, such as weeding the garden and cleaning the house, he found out that someone had been living there. Of course, he would ask you guys to leave. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do? It's simple. Why don't you just leave? I don't recommend you to run away or stay in the house because it won't be good for you. I can't just leave right away. Then you tell your brother that he should give this house to me and Daniel right now. Yes, that's it. Huh? What are you saying? Are you okay? Oh, of course I'm sure. He's the wife's brother, so he should listen to in-laws. What you're saying is insane. But unfortunately, actually, me and Daniel were not married anymore. Huh? Just a while ago, I finalized the divorce. What? That's impossible! Daniel hasn't responded yet. No, I had already asked him long ago. I'm so glad I prepared for it. What do you mean? You really don't know anything, do you? Daniel quit the company 6 months ago without telling me. What? That's a lie, right? Well, I thought it was irresponsible, but I can't help that he already quit. So I was working full-time for a while, supporting our life, and thinking that in the meantime, he could work part-time and look for a job. But what was he thinking? He didn't start looking for a job after a month, and occasionally go out for a short-term job or a day job, and the rest of the time, he would just laze around. I tried to rush him, but it only ended up in a fight. I was afraid that if we didn't do something, we would both fall apart. So I made him respond the paper with the promise that if he didn't find a new job in the next 5 months, we would get divorced. But when I looked at the calendar, I saw that the deadline had passed, so unfortunately, we are divorced. A part-time job? A day job? No way! You've got to be kidding! Then is it true that he earns $700? You should ask him for the number firmly and verbally. I'm not his wife anymore. I am divorced, so I have no further interest in telling his financial situation. And since you guys are trespassing, my brother has called the police. The police? Of course. You're staying in someone else's house without permission. Please get out of my brother's house as soon as possible. It's better for your own sake. That's all I have to say. Please accept this as my last kindness. Excuse me, Caroline! Now if you'll excuse me. How's it going, sis? Anything I can do to help? Well, I've decided where I'm going to move to, so I guess the first thing I need to do is packing. I see. Well, I'll go help. Leave the heavy lifting to me. Hey, what are you going to do with that house? It's a great new place to live, but you know that thing happened before the actual owner lives in? Haha, I know, right? Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you something about that. Actually, the land in that area has skyrocketed and I was able to sell it for almost as much as I paid for it. I couldn't live in that place anymore, so... Oh wow, that's great. I got the fee for the inconvenience from them, and when I get transferred back here, I'll look for a better place to live. Yeah, take your time to find a nice house this time, okay? I'll help you too. I'm glad it didn't become a negative experience for you. I know, right? I'm totally fine. And you too, sis. I know you're starting from scratch again, but hang in there. I'm here for you. Thank you. Well, call me anytime. I'll come visit you at your new place when I get out of the busy work season. Yeah, see you. After talking to Fiona, she was taken in a police car with Daniel, and she was sobbing. Even at the police station, she kept making excuses, making everyone tired. Finally, her uncle came to pick them up from the countryside and took them home. She had been lied by Daniel that he had bought a house, so she was a victim in one way. They had a big fight every day because she mistakenly thought that his monthly salary was $7,000 instead of $700. But the uncle got furious and told them both to work, and then they finally started to look for a job. Thanks to this, I finally live in peace. My hard work was praised at work, and I was successfully promoted to a full-time employee. I was able to start my post-divorce life with stability. As a side note, Fiona's habit of making wild assumptions has not been changed. I heard a few months later that she caused some trouble in my old apartment and the landlord sued her for damages.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!